Cody Rhodes and John Cena finished their story, but in this video I decided to put John Cena and Cody Rhodes against one another in every WWE game to see who's the definitive better man. Well, let's just jump in. The first game we have is Smackdown vs. Raw 2009, where Cody Rhodes made his debut at a pitiful 83 overall. Jobber tier. But John Cena is a 93 overall, so that's kind of a big gap. And the match type that we have here is going to be a Hell in a Cell match with the WWE Championship on the line, because why not? Can Cody Rhodes upset John Cena? Let's find out. Cody tries to shake the jobberness off in the beginning, but he gets punished by Cena with a fury of chops, and John takes his sweet time, relishing in every single chop. But Cody low blows John and gets him in the corner for some punches on the head, which he also takes his time. John then throws Cody off of him, and the two engage with some grabs before John suplexes Cody on the mat, and then John Cena gets the AA onto Jobber Rhodes. After this failed pin, the men go on to have a reverse off, countering every freaking move that they do, whether it's with the dastardly low blow or just, getting out of the way. Both men go to the outside, and when they get back in, Cena shoulder blocks Rhodes, calls him up, second attitude adjustment, and done. John Cena picks up the win and retains the WWE Championship, putting his record at 1-0. Second game is SmackDown vs. Raw 2010, where John Cena comes in at a whopping 95, and Cody Rhodes is at 82. How Cody got bumped down is shocking to me, but we're also putting the Intercontinental Championship on the line in an Extreme Rules match. After 30 seconds, John goes to the outside for a chair, but Cody catches the chair mid-motion and wrecks Cena with it right in the head. After this, both men have recovered, and then Cody steals a man's crutch out of the crowd to hit John Cena with it, but Cena blocks it and cracks Cody with it. Both men then go crazy and steal guitars, more crutches, replica championships, more guitars, and even more guitars. How they're getting away with this is beyond me. And why are the fans carrying so many weapons? Like, what's next? A gun? Actually, no, don't give them any ideas. Don't do that. After 3 minutes of being in this spot, finally the men leave the top side of the ring, and Cody goes for a ladder that gets dashed due to Cena throwing some soda onto Cody Rhodes. But Rhodes grabs the ladder and wallops old John Cena. But Cena grabs the ladder himself, and after a few shots of the ladder, John Cena gets the AA, but Cena tosses Rhodes into the steps, and oh my god, the lights went out. Oh my god, what happened? I guess that streaming service, we needed that $1 billion TV deal. Hold on. There we go, they're back on. We're good. The men then proceed to fight on the outside and get back in the ring, finally, to actually wrestle. And then the match ends. A fucking roll-up of death by Cody Rhodes out of nowhere, and it's done. Yep, Cody Rhodes picks up a win, making it 1-1 and retaining the Intercontinental Championship. The third game is SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, and the overalls of this game is Cody Rhodes is at an 81. How? I don't know. He keeps getting bumped down. There must be some sort of a conspiracy here. And John Cena is unsurprisingly at a 95. Unlike the previous matches, this is just a standard 1v1, which isn't that exciting, but hey, what can you do? Anyways, they go back and forth until John takes down Rhodes with a hip toss. And then they go back and forth again, countering each other until Rhodes gets backdrop on the apron. And Cody does a spinning cross body, which I've never seen him do, but fine. And then both men once again go back and forth and counter everything that they throw at one another. And finally, John takes down Cody with a 5-knuckle shuffle. John calls up Cody for the AA, and despite having a brain fart for like a second, he gets the AA onto Cody Rhodes, and Cody just no-sells it, but John isn't happy, so he takes him down again. And after another counter-off between these two, god, that's like the fourth one, John Cena dodges a drop kick, rolls him around on his belly, and pins him. Yeah, that's how it ended, really. How lame. Record is now 2-1. Alright, fourth game is WWE 12, and John Cena this game is sitting at a 95, again. Well, Cody Rhodes sits at an 85, which is an improvement. And also, he's ugly, just like his neck tattoo. Also, the World Heavyweight Championship will be put on the line, and to pick the match, we spun this wheel because we can't just go scroll up and down and forth. And it lands on an Iron Man match, so that's the stipulation we're doing. The two men start off the match by trading counters and offense in the first third of the match, till John takes Cody down with a fisherman and tries for a 5-knuckle shuffle off the top rope, but he misses and he immediately hits the AA instead. And for whatever reason, he doesn't pin Cody off that and does a gut wrench and then tries to cover him, but Cody kicks out at 1. Good job, John. John Cena gets desperate for the first fall and tries it off a throwback, but no, Cody kicks out. And then Cody out of nowhere nails a DDT onto Cena and tries for a suplex, but it's blocked into a sit-out slam. John Cena goes for an AA again, but it's reversed into an impaler, and Cody calls up Cena, but Cena reverses it into a side leg sweep and follows it up with a second attitude adjustment, and this would secure the first fall for John Cena. And despite Cody hitting a twirly-dirly thing, John Luthez's Rhodes down and pins him again, getting a second fall with 7 minutes left. But a minute later, finally, Cody gets the crossroads, and he kicked out. After they go on to the countering spree once again, John, out of nowhere, pops Rhodes with a fisherman suplex, and that's another fall for Cena, 3-0 with less than 4 minutes left. And the hill is becoming impossible to climb. But Cody gets another crossroads on the John, and finally gets his first fall. However, with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock, there's just no way for Cody to come back, and after trying his best, Cena gets another attitude adjustment onto Rhodes, and with a fourth pinfall and less than a minute left, the match, it was over. There was no way for Cody to come back, and Cody Rhodes would end up losing to John Cena once again, and John Cena is now the WWE and World Heavyweight Champions. Again. Record is now 3-1. The next game we're supposed to be doing is WWE AllStars, but while John Cena is in the game, Cody Rhodes is DLC. And since the store is gone forever, this is lost as well, so we cannot play AllStars with Cody Rhodes and John Cena, unfortunately. So, what do? Well, we need to pivot to something else, and what better pivot than to Wrestling Empire? But this is modded Wrestling Empire, so we're going to be doing a ladder match to prove who's better. Also, so the match doesn't end in 30 seconds. Or someone ends up dying in the ring. The match starts off pretty basic, all things considered. But eventually, they get the ladders and bring them in the ring. And the referee here is interested in helping them set up the ladders. What a good guy. But then, shit goes off the rails once they start bumping on the ladders. And I'm not kidding, it actually gets really bad. Oh my god, Cody Rhodes lost his arm! Jesus. Oh my god, John Cena lost his arm too. Oh my lord. So both men are now down an arm, bleeding everywhere, and it's pretty gross. I mean, look at this. This is disgusting. And speaking of nasty, this freaking ref decided to eat one of their arms. Like, what a freak. Like, Jesus, man. But after a drop toe hold, Cena was able to muster up all of his strength, climbed the ladder, and got the briefcase with his one arm. Another fat L for Cody Rhodes. What else is new? Record is now 4-1. Alright, now we'll go on to WWE 13. And the overalls of this game is actually much better. Cody Rhodes sits at an 88, so he's really starting to get up there. While John Cena is at a 96. And the wheel spin that we do lands on TLC. So we're going to be doing a TLC match with the Undisputed Championship on the line. To make things more interesting, I decided to give them infinite finishers. You know, what's the worst that can happen, right? Well, to my surprise, both men go at each other with just normal offense. No finishers whatsoever. Just typical WWE game shit. But after 3 minutes in the ring, both men go to the outside and things get weird. Both men go to the bottom of the ring and stare at one another. And they're still staring. And they're still staring. Well, shit. Well, we have to restart the match because they just are stuck. But now that we restarted it, we're back. And Cena immediately hits an attitude adjustment. And then does another one. But that gets countered. But Cody goes for a crossroads. And despite a counter attempt by Cena, Rhodes is able to hit not 1, not 2, not 3, not even 4, but 5 crossroads. And Cody sees this as an opportunity to get the ladder and climb it and win. But Cena is already back up on his feet and knocks down the ladder. And after taking Cody down, Cena goes on to wreck Rhodes with Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 attitude adjustments of his own. And despite this insane amount of finishers, Cody is back up. What a bunch of marks. No selling one another's offense. Cody then hits multiple more crossroads, and despite getting cut open, John comes back with one more attitude adjustment. He climbs the ladder and wins the match, and now is the undisputed champion. So now he's the WWE champion, world heavyweight, and undisputed. Record is now 5-1. Alright, the next game is WWE 2K14. And overalls in this game, John Cena is bumped down to a 95. And Cody Rhodes is at a respectable 88 overall. And the match type that we are served is a special guest referee. So we will be playing as the referee to call this down the middle. And who better to call this shit down the middle than the immortal one, Hulk Hogan. A man who is a perfect soul and has never done anything bad, ever. Am I right, chat? Also, Cody is the rated R WWE champion. Of what? Suppressing accusations of human trafficking? As the Hulkster brother, he calls it down the middle mostly, with some interruptions here and there, but things go off the rails a bit when Cena strikes Hulk in the face, so in response, he doesn't count the roll-up pin that Cena goes for. But just when you think you have all the answers, Hulk changes the questions, and he turns and nails Cody Rhodes with an atomic leg drop. And somehow, Cody kicks out. What a mark. John wants to hit the attitude adjustment, and Cody tries his ass off to avoid it by countering all of Cena's offense, but Cena eventually grabs him and goes for it, but it's countered into it. And Cody is able to get the crossroads on, but Hulk does his best, "That doesn't work for me, brother," and refuses to counter, and Cena Ranas Rhodes into a pinfall, and Hulk Hogan counts it. Cena gets the 3, and John Cena wins thanks in large part to Hulk Hogan, brother, and is now the rated R undisputed world heavyweight WWE champions, 6-1. Alright, the next and final game on 7th gen consoles is WWE 2K15. The overalls is John Cena as a 96 and Cody Rhodes as an 89. So we spin the wheel, and it lands on something fun. An Inferno match. And for the fun of it, I gave them infinite finishers one more time because that doesn't exist in these games anymore. Can Cody Rhodes pick up a much needed win to close out the 7th gen, or will John Cena win again? Alright, here we go, Inferno match. Infinite finishers. Who is going to get it? Alright, who's going to get it? Oh, well, there it is. Crossroads. Whoop. Bam. Crossroads. That could be it. Is this really going to be it already? John. Oh, he got out of it, though. Was in the ropes. Crossroads. But countered by Cena. Oh, no. Crossroads. Counter the Crossroads. Is John going to do it? AA? There it is. Go for it. Countered by Cody. In reverse DDT. Oh, no. No. Crossroads. It can't end like this. Is this it? Already? No. Never give up. Elbow to the top of the head. Oh, no. Oh, he countered the Crossroads. Kick to the gut. AA. Here it is. Bam. The attitude adjustment. And now, can he roll Cody Rhodes into the fire and flames? And burn this little twink's ass? No! Wow, that's actually pretty shocking. He hit 2 Crossroads, didn't work. He hits 1 AA, it's over. And John Cena burns Cody Rhodes to a crisp and increases his record to 7-1. Oh my god, this is awful. This is getting really bad. Alright, next game is WWE 2K16 on 8th gen. And let's just say things have changed a bit. Cody Rhodes is no more, and Stardust has entered the fray with an overall of 86. Meanwhile, John Cena again sits at a 95, so not great for Cody, but I mean, this whole thing hasn't been good for him. And the match stipulation is going to be a normal match, a 1v1 with all the rules. Very boring. The two men start off with some good old chain wrestling, and the game has slowed down a lot in comparison to the previous game, but at least the chain wrestling actually exists. Eventually, this stalemate ends with Cena hitting an electric chair drop, and both men go to the outside, and then John gets thrown into the post. Cody tries to win via countout, or Stardust, but John doesn't let that happen and takes him down for a 5-knuckle shuffle, and an AA would follow. But Stardust found a way to kick out. Cody is able... Fuck me. Stardust is able to take over and tries to pin him off a headlock like it's 1954. Well, it's not. It's 2025. But after another failed pin attempt, John comes back, gets Stardust on the top, and back suplexes him down to the mat. Then Stardust starts to do some cool stuff, like and a moonsault out of the corner. Stardust goes for a DDT, but it's blocked, and Cena goes for another AA that is blocked again. And Stardust nails his finisher, which we'll call the Starstruck, I guess. But Cena kicked out of the Starstruck. After this, Cena pops his comeback and goes through the motions. Shoulder block, duck the punch, side slam, 5-knuckle shuffle, AA. The 5 moves of doom were done, and that's all she wrote. Yep. John does his 5 moves of doom and calls it a night. Record is now 8-1. Alright, next game is WWE 2K17, another bland 2K game. Nice. And John Cena is at a 93, which is kind of a downgrade, but it's not even close to Stardust. Stardust got wrecked, and he is put at a 74 overall. Jesus, it came full circle. He started out as a jobber, and now he ends his career as a jobber. What a poetic way to end it, right? We spin the wheel, and we get a ladder match. Oh boy. With this being the end of the road for Cody, for now, and his record being absolutely pathetic, can Cody get a win before he leaves? Well, the 2 men for the first 4 minutes duke it out, and the gameplay is a bit faster. So they trade offense, and despite this, no finishers or signatures are triggered. But when I thought things would start to pick up, things kind of go off the rails. After Cena gets tossed out of the ring, Stardust goes for the ladder and sets it up, and John Cena throws the match in spectacular fashion. Yeah, John Cena just decided, I'm not going to try, I don't care, I'm done. And Stardust actually finally wins, all because John Cena just didn't care. Record is now 8-2. Well, the next game was supposed to be WWE 2K18, but like we said earlier, Stardust / Cody Rhodes was released from the WWE, and now he's on the indies. So, what now? Well, like we've previously done, we're going to flip a coin, and if it's heads, we play an alternate game, and tails, we skip it. So on the first coin flip, it's heads, so we're going to be playing Fire Pro Wrestling World. With how many L's Cody Rhodes has taken, in this environment, can Cody Rhodes finally pick up a win, or will John Cena once again? The 2 men will be competing in a landmine death match, where if you fall out of the ring, well, bye-bye. Anyways, not even a minute into the match, and John's already cut open. And despite taking a few minutes, Cody takes the first bump into the landmines, and by this point, the match started to become really nasty and bloody, just like the Wrestling Empire one. Cody takes a second bump into the landmine, but he's not going to quit yet. Cody keeps fighting on, and after an utter war between these two, like it was a crazy great back and forth match, it looks to be over when John Cena, 20 minutes in, finally gets the attitude adjustment. But Cody kicks out at 2.9, and despite the hell he went through in this match, he hits the bionic elbow, and one single crossroads ends the match. Cody picks up a much needed win, but is it too late? Record 8-3. So now we're moving on to WWE 2K19, and Cody Rhodes is in the beginning stages of changing the wrestling world, while John Cena was busy jobbing out to The Undertaker in 2 minutes. Great. We flip the coin, and it's heads again. So we're going to be playing Casual Pro Wrestling. And since this has a Steam Workshop, we're able to both put Cody Rhodes and John Cena in the game. And how does the match go between these two? Well, it's a pretty basic match, all things considered. Punches, kicks, Boston Crabs, the whole ordeal. There's also some embarrassing botches here and there, like this elbow drop, and he completely missed and just hit the apron. Like, what an idiot. But after Cena losing 2 matches, he decides that he won't be taking any more L's. So after one uppercut in 10 minutes in, he pins Cody Rhodes, and John Cena gets his win back, putting the record at 9-3. The next game is WWE 2K20, and when this game came out, Cody Rhodes was in AEW and just debuted on their flagship show Dynamite, while John Cena was in Hollywood, and WWE was horrible. Anyways, we flip a coin and it's tails, so we get to skip WWE 2K20. Aw, what a shame. Alright, the next game is WWE 2K22, and while 2K21 was cancelled, and in 2022 is when Cody Rhodes returned, but he's not here yet. So this is the last game we will flip a coin on. Our final coin flip lands on heads, so we're playing one more game, and that is AEW Fight Forever. And with Cody being in the game as a base roster and Cena already a creator wrestler, no matter how ugly he looks, To settle this, we're going to have an exploding barbed wire death match. And here is how it all went down. Oh, counter by Cody. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god, into the barbed wire. Jeez. Oh, holy moly. John Cena. Jeez, look how much blood. Oh my god, this is disgusting. Oh, knee to the gut. Oh my god, into the barbed wire. Cody Rhodes goes, and holy moly, his back is completely cooked. 60 seconds in, and both men look like hell. Alright? Look at these two warriors. My god. What's gonna happen here? Fall away suplex. Oh god, Cody almost threw himself into the barbed wire. What an idiot. Guys. Oh no. It's happening. Cody. No, into the table. Barbed wire table. And oh no, the explosion. No. Oh my god, it actually went off this time. Yeah, it actually went off correctly, unlike the actual match, you know? Into the barbed wire? No. Oh, he kicked him in face first and arm first into that barbed wire exploding death. John drop kick, and he just drop kicked Cody into the barbed wire again. John's got a sig. That is not good for Cody Rhodes. Roll through by John Cena. Big Uranagi. Is that it? 1, 2. No, not yet. Drop kick into the barbed wire again. My god. Carnage. Oh, it takes him down. Kicks him off into the barbed wire again. Oh my god. 1, 2. And it's over. John Cena beats Cody Rhodes in his own game. And with that, once again, John Cena wins and survives this insane match type, putting his record at 10-3. Well, after a few years of being in that terrible, awful, horrible wrestling company, All Elite Wrestling, Cody Rhodes is back in the Fed, and unlike years prior, Cody Rhodes finally is in the 90s with his overall, sitting at a comfortable 91, and John Cena has a 94. Finally, the score has been evened. And the match is going to be held under normal 1v1 rules, so can Cody win in this series? Well, Cody decides to try and outsmart John by going to the outside and coming back in, but Cena counters an electric chair into a poison Rana. Jesus. And John does the most overused move in 2K games, the Samoan drop on the top rope. I hate that fucking move so much. Cody comes back and sends John to the outside for a suicide dive, and he misses. So he just suffices with a disaster kick instead. After John Cena gets stunned, Cody gets him with the brain buster, and Cody calls him up for the crossroads, but Cena takes him down with the clothesline and an attitude adjustment. But Cody kicked out. John calls up Rhodes for another AA, but John botches it and crossroads out of nowhere from Cody Rhodes, but again a kick out. Cody tries for a diving attack, and John gets out of the way. Cena is able to hit him with another attitude adjustment, and again he kicks out. John tries for a power slam, but Cody wiggles out of it, and then another crossroads, and it finally ends the match. Cody Rhodes finally wins another match of the 2K series, putting the record at 10-4. Next game is WWE 2K24, where John Cena has a 94 overall, and Cody is sitting at a comfortable 93. This match will also be a 1v1 standard match, so no funky business. Cody takes down Cena to start off the match and dives onto him on the outside, but Cena sends Cody to Powerbomb City into even the steps. Both men get back in the ring, and Cody kitchen sinks Cena down, and the first crossroads is hit by Cody Rhodes, but John kicks out. Cody calls him up for another crossroads, but Cena blocks it and initializes his comeback maneuver, but Cody no-sells his whole comeback into a disaster kick like a mark. Both men go to the outside and fight for a bit till Cena baits Rhodes in the ring and ducks, picks him up, and John hits the attitude adjustment, but he's exhausted from it and can barely make a cover, and because of this, Cody kicks out. John looks to seal the deal once again and locks on the STF to end it all, but Cody breaks out of it, chops him in the tit, and a sit-out powerbomb, and that's it. Wow, a sit-out powerbomb by Cody Rhodes able to get the win, and now the record is at 10-5. And this is it, the most recent WWE game as the time of this recording, WWE 2K25. And the overalls here, John Cena is at a 94, while Cody is at a 96. So Cody Rhodes has finally overtaken John Cena in the overalls. Finally. And despite the record pretty much being a wipeout, this will be the final definitive match. And to do that, this match will be contested under Bloodline rules. And this is how that final match went down. Cody starts off with the offense in the match, and after a few minutes of showing who's better, John starts with his comeback maneuver. But Cody counters and moonsaults onto John, and as he goes for a kendo stick on the outside, a malevolent force joins the fray. Vince McMahon returns from his banishment into the Shadow Realm and is in the tank to help John Cena. I guess this is why John glazes this freaking freak. But no one can be canceled these days in WWE. But Cody fights off Vince McMahon with an enziguri and hits John with a pedigree, but Vince breaks it up and comes back with a kendo stick to beat down the champion. But when all hope was lost, Triple H, the game, comes out and it seems like he's here to even the score, but he turns on Cody Rhodes and is aligned with his father and his pet project. This turns it into a 3-on-1 affair, and Cody is getting his cheeks clapped as each man wants a piece of him. Things are getting pretty dire, and this is where things go insane. Dusty Rhodes returns from the dead to help out his son, and Dusty goes after both Triple H and Vince, and he kind of sacrifices himself to these two to get his ass whipped, but it leads to Cody Rhodes hitting a crossroads. But then The Rock shows up, and Vince breaks the count, and The Rock and Vince and Triple H are all together like the Deadly Alliance or something. Eventually, this leads to Dusty Rhodes getting his ass beat by Vince and Triple H, and The Rock joining up with John Cena to defeat Cody Rhodes. While the Rhodes family is getting wrecked, an unlikely hero arrives in Brock Lesnar, who gets walled by The Rock, unfortunately, so that was a waste. Good job. And Cody has one more ace up his sleeve. The third man is Hulk fucking Hogan, who recently died, but hey, Dusty is here, so who cares? And after this, the match is complete and utter chaos. There's just fighting everywhere, no holds barred, with sex traffickers and dead wrestlers joining the fray. So, which one of these two men is going to clutch up? It says Cody, bounce out the... What are you doing, ref? Alright, well, whatever. The ref... Cody cutter! Oh, he blocked it! Or he dodged it! John Cena picking him up. Bring him to the middle of the ring? Wait a minute. Oh my god. Attitude adjustment! It's over! 1, 2... And Dusty breaks it up at the last second. My god. Cody Rhodes rolled to the outside. Cody Rhodes is recovering on the outside now, finally. Look at this chaos, man. Bringing it in the ring. Brock Lesnar taking care of Vince McMahon. Throws on the kendo stick. Wait, he's got the cover. 1, 2. It's over. Cody Rhodes wins. And with that, Cody Rhodes wins the final match, putting the final record at 10-6. So, if we're just judging it by that number, John Cena clearly wins. But at least Cody Rhodes won the last match and the other 2K matches when he actually had a fair overall. But when you're a jobber most of your career and you only hit the big time when you go somewhere else, that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes, you know? Thanks for watching, and well, see you next time.